Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Tough Love Podcast. I am yours truly, Mr. Tough Love, Mario J. And we got some things we got to talk about. I need closure. I need closure. We're going to do something different over here. I've seen a lot of content creators, but they don't do it like me. Go ahead and hit that like. Go ahead and share. If you have not subscribed to Tough Love, make sure that you subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications. Let's get straight into this. A lot of people have went through breakups. A lot of people have went through breakups, and there have been a lot of people that have reached back when they've broken up and they've said, I need something from you. I still need something from you. I need closure. Now, we all know that people get closure in a lot of different ways. We all know that people get closure for a whole lot of different reasons. Some people want closure because them getting closure is that next aha moment. And what I mean by aha moment, that means I knew I was right, or this is my chance of closing an old wound, of healing, of letting go, of providing forgiveness. So a lot of closure just put you in the thought process of, well, what is the closure for? Have you ever been in a situation and you had to ask yourself, what is the closure for? What is it needed for? I made a post earlier and I said, hey, someone wants closure. Your ex wants closure. What would you do? And a lot of people said, man, F that. I ain't giving them nothing. And I started to think about, well, why wouldn't a person want to give someone closure? Why wouldn't you want to allow someone to live their best life? And then I thought about it, and I said, well, they got some points. They got some points in regards to the closure. And I started to think like, okay, well, if that person wasn't living their best life, if they wasn't treating you right, if they wasn't treating you fairly, if they were disrespecting you, if they were disloyal, if they was untrustworthy, of course you're not going to want to give them closure. But of course. And then I started to think like, okay, well, when you sit down and you give someone closure, what exactly happens at that particular time? Because we know that a lot of people go through a lot of emotions when it comes to a breakup. We know that a lot of people leave breakups for a lot of different reasons. It's not always because the other person is toxic or narcissist. Sometimes people just grow apart and they decide for it's best that you guys separate. And you know what? I can appreciate level-minded people. I can appreciate people that say, you know what, it is best for us to go our separate ways. However, you do have those situations where shit gets out of control. Shit gets out of hand and people decide to go their separate ways and do their own thing. But for some reason, there is something unsaid. There are feelings that need to be talked about. There are actions that need to be explained. And your ex now reaches back to you and says, I want closure. Do you feel like it's important to give a person closure? Well, I guess it all depends on what type of closure we are talking about. There are different types of closure. There's the closure where I am now living my best life. I'm now doing what I need to do for myself. And I just want to tell you, hey, I know that you wasn't perfect. I know that you wasn't always at your best, but I appreciate what you've done. There's that type of closure. There's also the type of closure where, I just want to tell you that you was a piece of shit. I just want to tell you that I've never trusted you and that your sex was whack, or that you were always disloyal to me. There's that type of closure. There's a closure where they just found that they were growing apart. That for some reason you guys just did not click, you did not mesh, you tried everything, you did everything, but the situation just was so mundane, it became so stagnant that you guys decided to go your separate ways. So there's all different types of closures and all different types of reasons. I guess the real question is, are you the type of person that will give someone closure? Are you the type of person that will give someone closure? Or are you the type of person that says, hey, once I leave a situation, I'm done with the situation. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I don't want to revisit anything. I don't want to explain myself. And I kind of understand that point of view. Because I think people get out of situations and they are in a mode of, I don't want to talk about bullshit that happened inside the relationship. I don't want to sit down and explain myself or talking about the things that you now feel like it's important. Because here's the thing. I think personally, if you didn't fix the shit inside the relationship, then 9 times out of 10, you're not going to fix it after the relationship has ended. How many people believe that? How many people believe just that? If you didn't fix whatever the problems was, if you had an issue with communicating, if you had an issue, you know what I'm saying, with being faithful, with being honest, being trustworthy, being loyal, you're not going to fix it now at the end of the situation. A lot of people feel like if you wasn't the best you in the relationship, I'm not going to give you the best me after the relationship is done. I'm not going to be considerate. I'm not going to tell you that I forgive you. I'm not going to tell you that we should have a conversation or whatever it case be. But see, my thing about it is, can people really move forward without providing closure? Can people really get over their ex without having closure? I mean, I'm just saying, can you really get over and live your best life without saying, you know what, man, I'm gonna let bygones be bygones, and I'm going to now sit down and I'm going to have this tough conversation with the person that I was once with? That is a difficult task for some people. That is a difficult task because now you're at the end stages where you guys have now gone your separate ways, and now you have to sit down and you have to broach a topic in regards to saying who is wrong, what the failures were. And if you guys couldn't agree on what the failures was in the relationship, what makes you think you're going to now agree to the failures after the relationship is done? I'm just saying, what makes you think that now providing closure is going to get you the answers, is going to get you the closed chapter that you require? A lot of people were saying, hey man, you know, if I get out of a relationship, I'm done. I'm blocking them. I'm not talking to them. If I see them, then I might speak, I might not, but I am done with that situation. I am done looking in that direction. I am now living for me. Kimberly says there's nothing to discuss. Billy in the building. There's nothing to discuss. And you know what? I get it and I understand that, man. But it's a lot of people, I'm going to tell y'all the truth, honestly, that there are a lot of people that feel like there is stuff to discuss. There is a moment that they can now sit down and say, you know what? I feel like, I think there's two. There's a moment of, let me explain what I did to you. Let me explain that I wasn't at my best. And I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be real honest with y'all, okay? Real honest with y'all. I think that if you were not living your best life, and when I say your best life, that means you wasn't 100% in the relationship. You wasn't focused on the relationship. That means you lacked in a lot of capacities. Some of y'all know what the hell I'm talking about. That means you didn't cook like you were supposed to. You didn't communicate like you were supposed to. You didn't support like you were supposed to. You wasn't there for that person like you were supposed to. You lacked in some way, shape, form, or fashion. On a scale of 1 to 10, you was maybe a 7. You was average at best. You was average at best. And see, here's the thing. When you're average at best, and let's just say you're dealing with somebody who feel like they're 8 or 9. Okay, they feel like they're 8 or 9. You now go through this situation where you're dealing with a man or a woman that you don't feel that's up to par. Let's say that they wasn't eating healthy. They wasn't thinking positive. They wasn't go-getters. They wasn't spontaneous. They didn't bring a lot to the table. Like these type of people. And now when you get out the relationship, now these people that were considered fives and six and sevens, now they've upped their game. They've upped the ante and become eights. And they now want closure. They want to sit with you now to tell you what they've accomplished, to tell you how great their life is now. And that's a different type of closure, ladies and gentlemen. That's the aha, look at me now closure. Look at how great my life is now. Well, my thought process would be, well, why the fuck were you a dud inside the relationship? Can you imagine being with someone who didn't give you 100% inside the relationship, but when they got out the relationship, now they're going 110%, and now they're saying, oh yeah, I want closure as well. Well, it doesn't sound like you want closure. It sounds like you want the look at me. Aha, Kimberly, you hitting it on the head to rub it in your face. I mean, that's a good thought process. But my thing about it is you have to be careful about what type of closure a person says that they want. And I would ask, because that's something I didn't see on my social media posts. When people talked about closure, no one said what type of closure. What type of closure are you seeking? Are you coming to apologize? Are you coming to place blame? Are you coming to some type of agreement to the point where, hey, you still want to be friends? You want to be hospitable to one another? You want to be fuck buddies? What type of closure are you reaching? You know how people just want to get that last little, a bit of attention in? How many people know what I'm talking about? That last little bit of attention, that last glance of the eye, that last kiss on the cheek, that last oral sex, that last moment. And some people think that, giving someone closure is something that they're not willing to do because they felt like that person was toxic. They felt like that person was a narcissist. They felt like you providing them any energy, time, or motivation would be degrading and dismantling to the peace and harmony that they've now reached in their life. And I can understand that too. I can understand that as well. But I think for me, it would be what type of closure are you seeking? Because here's the thing. A lot of people are just selfish motherfuckers. Let's just be honest. A lot of people are selfish. They wanted it to be all about them in a relationship. And when they get out the relationship, they still want it to be all about them. I want closure. Well, really, I want your attention. Really, I want you to be at my beck and call. Really, I want you to be available when I want you to be available. Really, I want you to tell me how much you miss me, want me, etc., etc., etc. I want closure. Well, does your closure mean more than a person's peace? Does your closure mean more than a person focusing on their dreams and aspirations, accomplishing their goals? I'm going to be honest with you. I think that a lot of people, they fall short in relationships because instead of being the best they can in relationships, they maintain a level of inconsistency. They maintain a level of inconsistency. And I'm going to be real with you. When a person is inconsistent in a relationship, it is amazing to me to see people that realize that they are being inconsistent. And instead of them saying, yeah, I am inconsistent and owning that shit to the point where they want to change, they never change the inconsistency. They never change the patterns of dysfunction. But as soon as they get out of the relationship, the first thing they do is address the things that were inconsistent in the relationship. I'm about to piss somebody off. That's real shit. Instead of being the best them inside the relationship, instead of doing the thing. Now, here, let's be realistic, ladies and gentlemen. Let's be realistic. Go ahead and hit that like button. Come on now, stop treating me like this. Instead of being consistent inside the relationship and doing the things that they're supposed to do, they were inconsistent to the point where you had to question their loyalty to the relationship. You had to question their movements in the relationship. You had to question their ability to function properly as a mate in the relationship. So therefore, you ended the relationship. And then once you ended the relationship, those same people that carried that dysfunctional behavior then started to address the dysfunctional behavior. But here's what makes it so crazy, that they want you to now acknowledge that they have changed, that they have reached a level of betterment. And I'm going to be honest with you, for a person like me, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I'm glad that you're still alive. I'm glad you got all your limbs. You ain't got the coronavirus. But I don't care how better you are now if you couldn't have been better for me then. I don't care how many goals you're reaching, how many mountains you're climbing, where you're going, what you're doing. I only cared about what you did not do for me. And the thing about it is, when you have people that are vocal about them, what they want and what they need, to me, I don't see no excuses. This goes for men and women. This for everybody that likes Derek Jackson, everybody that likes Kevin Samuels, Tanya TKO, Cynthia G, all of the favorite people that likes to talk about men, likes to talk about women. This for all of y'all. I think everybody can relate to what I'm about to say. It was great that you were in a relationship. However, if you go your separate ways, then you stay on your side and I'm going to stay on mine. I don't think there's nobody that can disagree with that. I'm not going to be checking your Instagram. I'm not going to be checking for you when I go to the grocery store, when I go to the church. I'm good. I'm just saying, I'm good. And there's a lot of people that don't understand that, you know what I'm saying, when people talk about they're seeking closure, I think they're seeking a way to stay attached. For some people, I think they're seeking a way to stay attached. Because they realize to some degree that the closure that they're seeking, 9 times out of 10, it's because they knew that they were not filling the void that they needed to fill. So now that they feel that they got the it factor, they've increased their health, they've increased their finances, they've increased their social stance or status. Now they feel, well, maybe they'll recognize my growth now. Well, goddamn, you could have did the same thing inside the relationship. If you wait till you get out the relationship to eat healthy, if you wait till you get out the relationship to fix your credit, to go to the gym, to get the mental health that you needed over years, if you wait till you get out the relationship, I am no longer interested in your achievements outside the relationship. The closure for me was leaving you. However, your closure may be different. You may want to have a conversation. You may want me to say, oh, wow, you've really stepped your game up. You doing your thing. Well, I mean, in all reality, I don't care. So I would ask the question to anybody in the chat room right now. Shout out to everybody on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. I see y'all. But I would ask the question right now is, you know, Do you think it's odd for people to seek closure with people that for some reason was not at their best inside the relationship? I'm just saying. Do you think it's odd to want closure from people who did not hold you of a certain level of value, who did not keep you in mind when certain things went down? I'm just being real. Do you think it's odd as shit that people want your attention after you get out of a relationship? They want to have this conversation after you get out of a relationship. My thing about it is, I am no longer interested in the conversation because there's so many. See, here's the thing, y'all. And let's be real. People have ample opportunity to do right by you. They have ample opportunity to sit down with you and to actually have a conversation with you, to actually say, you know what, my bad. But I think ego get in the way of a lot of bullshit. What y'all think? I'm gonna let that shit breathe. What y'all think? It's ego. It's ego. It's ego. I'm not going to apologize, even though I know I'm wrong. I'm not going to apologize for what I said. I'm not going to apologize for what I did. And here's my thought process. I don't want to argue with nobody that's emotionally unavailable, emotionally detached, emotionally unaware. I don't want to do it. Don't get factual after the relationship has ended. I don't want to hear how wrong you were. I know you were wrong. I don't want to hear you should have thought about it some more. I know you should have thought about it some more. I don't want to hear, well, but you, no. We're not, what we not gonna do, huh? I'm about to piss somebody else. What we not gonna do is stand here and talk after the relationship has ended, talk about why you were mad at me. That's what we not gonna do. I think it's important for everybody to understand, you know what I'm saying? When you talk about living your best life, a lot of people forget that living your best life comes with a lot of communication, comes with a lot of hard decisions, and it comes with patience. Comes with patience. And you have to be patient inside a relationship. Like, the thing about it is, me personally, I don't expect anybody to come to me ready-made. Like, your credit score don't have to be in the 800s. You don't have to have a 19-bedroom house. You don't have to be driving a Lamborghini. You don't have to have a goddamn PhD. But there are certain qualifications that you do need to have. That's fair. That's fair. Tommy D, what's up, man? There are certain qualifications that you need to have coming into a relationship. Everybody has their certain level of qualifications. I think some people may be a little bit higher than others, and some people may be more unrealistic. But at the end of the day, a lot of people have different qualifications, but a lot of them are simplistic. A lot of the things that are wanted from a person that considers themselves to be high value versus an average Joe, a lot of those qualifications are going to be the same across the board. First of all, be able to communicate. That's a qualification that will probably be across the board. Second of all, be mindful of what the fuck you're doing. That's a qualification that'll be across the board. And I'm saying be mindful. I'm talking about the way you dress, the way you act, whether in public, out in private, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You have to carry yourself a certain type of way. No one wants their man or woman just to be wild and crazy and not give a fuck about nothing. You want to probably be professional in certain settings, and in other settings, when you can let your hair down, that goes for men and women, then you let your hair down. But no one wants someone that's crazy all the time. No one wants that level of dysfunction. And I think people get in relationships, and I'm going to be honest with you, I think they lose themselves. I think people get in relationships and they lose themselves to the point where they resent the other person. Oh my God, I'm about to piss somebody off. I think people get in relationships and they lose themselves. And because they lose themselves, it then becomes a matter of when is the resentment going to show its face? When is the resentment going to bite you in your ass? Let's say you're with somebody, they're achieving their goals, they're knocking out their benchmarks. Okay, this is my 25-meter target. This is my 75-meter target. This is my 100-meter target. This is my 300-meter target. And you see this person achieving. You see this person winning. But you're stagnant. You see this person running mile after mile after mile, but you're jogging in place. Yeah, your feet's moving. Your arms is pumping like a motherfucker. You're breathing hard, you're sweating, but you ain't going nowhere. But you see the person that you with steadily achieving. So in the back of your mind, you start to get that level of resentment for your partner. You start to ask yourself, well, fuck, you know what I'm saying? What type of situation am I in? So the thought process to me is, can you imagine being in a situation where you don't feel like you're equally yoked? And if you're not equally yoked, how patient are you to level out the playing field? A lot of people don't have a lot of patience. You're not going to find someone saying, okay, I'm going to wait around after 6 months. I'm going to wait around after a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. Like, a lot of people don't have the patience for a lot of shit. Like, if they feel like, let's say you overweight and you fat, a lot of people are not going to wait till you lose weight. Let's say if you goddamn it, you working on your education. A lot of people ain't gonna wait for you to finish your degrees up. You know, there's just some people that don't have the patience for it. However, those people that exercise come on now, let me be real with y'all. Y'all know that y'all ain't up to par with a lot of y'all shit. Come on, y'all. Some of y'all can't cook good, goddammit. Some of y'all can't read out loud good. Some of y'all alcoholics, some of y'all drug addicts, some of y'all are doing the fucking most. But the fact of the matter is, you want someone to be patient with you. And when their patience runs out, because here is the situation, you don't show progression. That's the key. You don't show progression. That's what it's all about. You can be fixing your credit score. You can be goddamn wanting to be an entrepreneur. You can be wanting to be a great mom, a great dad. You can be wanting to achieve all these goals. But if you don't show progression, then no, that shit ain't gonna happen. I don't know what else to tell you, goddamn it. Hit the like button, goddamn it. That's real shit. If you don't show progression, and I think a lot of people, when it comes to closure, now, I mean, let's just think about this. There's a lot of reasons relationships end, and I kind of harped on that at the beginning of this. Of course, you know what I'm saying, some things end abruptly. Relationships end abruptly. It could be a fight, and that person could leave that night, and you never deal with that person again. You know, or this could be something gradually that happens over time, and you guys grow apart. You know, it can be over, you know, some minute shit, or it can be over some real drastic shit like abuse or, you know, addiction or something like that. So we know that the reason why people split apart is a vast majority of things. However, someone decides that there is a void. There are questions and concerns that need to be addressed. There's a level of conversation that still needs to be had. And they decide that, you know what, I'm going to reach out to my ex. So, okay, we get the call. Okay, cool. Now we have to decide whether we have enough respect for the situation, if we care enough for the situation to now say, yes, I will meet with you, or yes, I will entertain a phone conversation. How many people would entertain meeting with the person or a phone conversation? There's not a lot of people that would do it. And for those people that would do it, how many people would ask, what type of closure are you looking for? What type of conversation are you looking to have? Me personally, I'm going to give you guys some advice. I truly believe that if you are in a situation where someone wants to ask you about closure or seek closure, I would ask them, what type of closure are you looking for? I am not interested in going back and forth. I am not interested in outlining problems and pointing the finger. I am interested in, but what would you be interested in? I mean, I'm going to be honest with y'all. What would you be interested in? If someone called you and said, I want a closure, what would you be interested in regards to listening to someone saying they want closure? What could the conversation possibly be about? What do you guys think? What could that conversation possibly be about? I mean, I'm just curious. What could that conversation possibly be about? And would you be nervous? Like, would you be nervous? Would you be humble? Would you be excited? Would you be, I don't know. Would you feel funny? How many of you guys would be on your best behavior? Like, you know what? I'm going to show my ex that I am more mature now. I'm grown. I'm sophisticated. I'm professional. I'm just saying. Kimberly says, wanting you back, seeing if you gain. I hear you. Hey, I'm gonna tell you, hey, look, I done got the phone calls. Hey, I want you back. Hey, mi casa, su casa. Definitely. Hey, trying to check. Hey, are you seeing anybody? Are you dating anybody? I get that shit. I get it straight up. I get it. But here's the thing. It's like, how many people would risk going back to their ex? And how many people would be able to let bygones be bygones? Let's say that your ex was a bad communicator. I see you in the building. What's going on? Dominique. How many people would go back to their ex saying, okay, well, hey, I know you was a bad communicator, but we can try this shit again. I know you was a bad kisser. I know that you didn't cook well. I know that you didn't do house chores. I know that you was not ambitious and you didn't have great potential. How many people would be willing to say, after all this time, I am now ready to give you another shot? I got some people saying, not me. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. I mean, now you meet your ex. It's been a year. It's been 2 years. It's been 6 months. And they now coming to you and saying, look, I know that I was not a good communicator. I know that I was not a good provider. I was not a good protector. I know that I wasn't a role model to a certain extent for the children or whatever the case may be. But now I'm better. I know I was a drug addict, but now I'm clean. I know I was an alcoholic, but now I'm off the alcohol. I know I was verbally abusive, but now I ain't verbally abusive no more. How many people would say, I'm going to give you another shot? Ding, ding, dong, goddammit. Come on in. And then when you talk to your ex, do you still give them the benefit of the doubt? How many people say, okay, I would give that person the benefit of the doubt if they say they're not like that anymore? Would you be interested in saying, okay, well, I know that shit don't happen overnight. Would you date them? Would you say, you know what, we're not going to just jump back in the saddle. Let's date for a little while and let me see where you at right now with your shiz naive. I got some people say, man, if they don't get the fika out of here. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. I understand that, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all. You know, it's very difficult to determine how a person has changed overnight. It's very difficult. Like if you got a certain mindset about a person, let's say you've let someone in your home, right? And they've stolen something out of your home. It don't matter how long or how many years it's been. You're always going to say that person has violated you some type of way. That person has disrespected you some type of way. So you're going to always have that picture of the heinous shit that has happened, whether it was verbally, physically, mentally, whatever the case may be. You're going to always have that in the back of your mind. And for some people, once they get past a certain notation of anger, of concern, or stress, all of those things come rushing back. All of that vision, all of that mental anguish, it comes rushing back. So it will be difficult to allow a relationship to blossom and flourish if you still hold on to that particular situation. So seeking closure is very difficult because you would have to have closure in order to get to the next step, in order to say, we're now going to be back together. We're now going to say, fuck it all, we're going to defy the odds. The fact of the matter is, if I think that you cheated on me, if I think that you was goddamn lazy as fuck, unproductive, unsuccessful, anything that reminds me of that time, I am going to probably regurgitate it, either mentally or verbally. How many times you've been around, you was with your ex or you was with somebody and you yourself said something that you know you shouldn't have said, that was from the past, that you said, oh, I got over it, I forgive you. But then you found out the motherfuckers ain't forgive shit. They was holding on, they was waiting for a rainy day. Kimberly says, I have closure when I leave. I'm telling you, listen, everybody's not the same. Some people need that validation. Some people need that level of affirmation. They need someone to tell them something. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what social media does so well. You can always find some bullshit for someone to say, I agree with you, no matter how wrong you was, no matter how lopsided the story sounds, no matter how goddamn elaborate you explain how fucked up shit, you can find someone to agree with you. That's the great deal about social media. Someone is going to agree with your fuckery, foolery, shenanigans, and dysfunction. Which is a lot of reasons relationships fucking fall. People say social media don't fuck up relationships. You talking about your relationship on social media fuck up your relationships. I totally agree. Some people use social media as a level of validation, as a level of, hey, pick me. And I'm not saying pick me as in pick me, I want to be seen. Pick me, I want to be heard. Pick me, I want to be right. Because they cannot have a conversation inside their relationship. So they take the conversation outside their relationship so someone can validate them being right. Come on now. Think about it. I want to be right. So instead of talking to my partner, instead of sitting down with my man or my girl or my wife or my husband, I want to take the conversation elsewhere, have it with a third party that's only going to get one side of the story. And those are the type of people that you decide to leave alone. Those are the people that you decide you are dysfunctional. I don't want to be a part of this situation, and I leave. But then they call you and say, I want closure. Well, won't you go get the closure that you sought on social media? Get the closure that you sought to be right when we were together. Think about this. I'm about to piss Somebody help. I'm just saying. It's not difficult to have a conversation. It's difficult when you're trying to place the blame in a conversation. It's not difficult when there's a disagreement. It's difficult when you take the disagreement and you escalate it to dysfunctional behavior. A lot of people do not know how to communicate. A lot of people are dealing with traumas that they never got over throughout their lifetime. And whether that's a trauma of when it's trouble, I run. When it's trouble, I lash out. I'm physically or verbally abusive. A lot of people deal with their traumas in different ways. Or to be honest with y'all, a lot of motherfuckers don't deal with their trauma, period. They fake it until they make it, ladies and gentlemen. If I was to get in a situation where I was having an issue with a relationship and I posted it online, if I said, well, I worked all day 9 to 5 and then I came home and there wasn't no food. So I broke the glass, so I slammed the door, or I called her out her name. It's gonna be somebody on social media that says, yeah, man, I agree with you. However, if the lady says, well, he came home after work and it was mad because I ain't cooked, and slammed, broke the glass and slammed the door, who he think I am? I'm not his maid. I'm not his servant. Yeah, girl, I know what you're talking about. It's gonna be somebody that agrees with the fuckery. Somebody's going to agree with the fuckery. People normally don't encourage you to have a positive conversation. They normally encourage you to do more fuckery. They normally encourage you to go out and do more fuckery or to intensify the dysfunctional behavior. Oh, god damn. Shit. They encourage you to do the dysfunctional shit. Yeah, girl. How many people were going through something in their relationship and they had everybody reaching out to them because they thought they were going through something in their relationship? Because somebody in the relationship leaked some bullshit out, and where people say, well, let me check the scene and see if there's something going on right now. So they can laugh at you. Exactly. Laugh at you and not with you. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what happens on social media. When you think that you're venting to the world and you're so blind with the ambition that someone's going to validate you or to applaud the actions that you're doing. Let me tell you something. Nobody that is successful wants to be with someone that promotes that type of behavior. No one that is successful wants to be with someone that promotes behavior like that. If you have a disagreement inside your home, then that disagreement should be handled inside your home. If I get to arguing about what movie we not going to see or go see, that has nothing to do with social media. Healer for real says, I've never posted anything like that, and I'm not attracted to those that do. That is very, very wise. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. When someone is emotionally driven, they say a lot of women are emotionally driven. This is not shots at any women, but I know a lot of strong women. But the fact of the matter is, when people are emotionally driven, that is a dangerous situation. That is a toxic situation. Because when people are willing to say, I'm willing to get third parties involved, shit, whether it's the police, whether it's the court, whether it's social media, whether it's my mom, whether it's my dad, whether it's my brother, whether it's my kids, when they're willing to do all of that to that extreme, they're toxic. They're narcissists. They're willing to drag you down or to let me give y'all a motherfucking analogy real quick. Hit that like button, goddammit. Stop playing with me. When you are in a relationship, right, and a relationship goes south, right, you guys are breaking up. And the person, this could be male or female, You know how people talk about burning bridges. Now, here's the thing. As they burn the bridge, right? They are tearing down the signs on the bridge. They fucking up the roads of the bridge. They are pouring gasoline on the bridge as they walk. You see all of this happening. And the person doesn't realize that they haven't reached the other side of the bridge, but they set fire to the bridge while they're on the bridge. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you as the person that says, what type of dysfunctional bullshit is that? But they're so willing to destroy everything because they want to be right, because they want to be heard, because they want to have a sense of empowerment. They're so willing to damage everything to prove a point. But then when they have third degree burns, then when they fall fucking 18 stories from the fucking bridge into the fucking cold shadow water beneath them, and now they're in the hospital and they got them wrapped up in bandages and broke legs and limbs and can't use all of their goddamn limbs and shit and on a breathing tube, they now want to whisper to you, I want closure. Damn, I'm about to piss somebody off. Whoo, shit. You can't want closure after that. Are you crazy? You can't want closure. You want dysfunction. You want toxic behavior. You want to be emotionally driven, emotionally unavailable, emotionally dysfunctional. You don't want closure. You want a chance to do the shit again. You want to hope that you find a peace of mind in the shit that you've done. And that's what I feel like when someone says they want closure. You want me to forgive you for bullshit that you've done that you know that the average person would have took your fucking head off for. It's not about closure. It's about you sleeping better. It's about you filling the void in your heart that you know that you fucked up. That's real shit. I'm just saying. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Tough Love, goddammit. I am Mario J or Mr. Tough Love. Ain't nothing easy over here. We are having the tough conversation. If someone wants to have closure, I would ask them, what type of closure are you looking for? Because when you were walking across that bridge and you was hollering and screaming and you were this and you were that and you the best thing since sliced bread and you decided, I'm going to fuck this bridge up. I'm about that life. I'm going to fuck up the signs that says exit here. I'm going to fuck up the shit that says rest area. I'm going to fuck up the shit that say 20 miles to goddamn peace, serenity, common sense. I'm fucking up everything around this bitch. And while I'm fucking it up, I'm pouring the gasoline on the bridge. And you so busy talking that shit, doing all of that dysfunctional behavior, you don't realize the gasoline is all on your fucking feet. The gasoline is all on your leg. You done got the gasolina. You done got the gasolina on your hands and shit. On your elbows. Huh? And when you strike the match and say, I'm about to burn this shit down, the fucking match blows and the fire gets on your hand, to your arm, to your motherfucking belly, huh? To your buttocks, to your thighs, to your feet. You are now on fire. You set the flame your goddamn self. You put your own self in harm's way because you were overly emotional. And then when you get the consequences of the burning fire, you get the third degree burns, you get the blisters, you get the pain, you get the discoloration, you get the pus. And since you fucked up the bridge, you fucked up the structure, you messed up the foundation, you now have no ground to stand on. So now you're falling into rocky territory. So you've created all of this chaos just because of ego. But these are the type of people that want closure. These are the type of people that want you, now that you've lived your best life, you're doing what you're doing, now they want you to reconsider a reconciliation. They want you to take the time out of you living your best life to come on back. Kimberly, come on back, goddammit. Dominique, come on back. Hilla for real, come on back. They want your ass back to make the oodles and noodles. They want you back to boil the chicken. They want booty rubs, goddammit. They want you back, goddammit. And I think that honestly, if you're seeking closure, you're gonna have to tell me what type of closure you want, Plimp. You're gonna have to tell me what type of closure you need, because if it's closure that falls on, me accepting dysfunctional behavior, then you ain't gonna never get closure. You ain't gonna never get closure. Because I feel like, to me personally, honestly, some people say, you forgive, but you never forget. I'm gonna let that breathe. You forgive, but you never forget. And I truly believe that. Now, here's the thing. If there's a rape situation or, domestic violence, like some serious shit, I'm not talking about motherfucking, y'all motherfuckers, you move the motherfucker out the way so you can get out the door or some shit like that. I'm talking about like motherfucking whooping somebody's ass type shit. If there's some things you can forgive, and forget. But when it comes to, domestic violence, it comes to like abuse or some shit, no, don't forgive that. Don't forget that. But the fact is that I truly believe that there are some things that's just unjustifiable. You know what I'm saying? And I do believe that there are some people that play this reverse psychology as if they're dealing with children. When you were young, for those people that were raped, grandparents, parents, it doesn't matter. An older person, when they try to hit you with reverse psychology, now stay with me, I'm going somewhere with this shit. Hit that like button, goddamn it. When they hit you with that reverse psychology, and it's like, they don't know if you've done something, but they'll act like they know you've done it, so that way you can admit to saying that you've done it. Like they'll play like, oh, that's male or female intuition. But on adults who know their worth, on adults who know, the type of behavior they're going to deal with and not deal with, you can't get them with reverse psychology. And what pushes the needle even further, right, is that a lot of people want to be right for the wrong reasons. They want to be right in the relationships for the wrong reasons. And it's like, is it really that important for you to be right? I'm gonna be really honest with you guys right now. Really honest. People get jealous when they're not right. If they're not the ones that's right in a relationship, you have those people that are good at things. Dominique, Kimberly, right? We all in a motherfucking relationship, right? We in a cult. No, I'm just playing. I'm just saying, okay, check it. Say we in a relationship, y'all, right? And most of the time, Kimberly is the ones that handle the finances. Dominique, she does all the cooking. So she's a great cook. Kimberly handles all the finances or whatever. But when I talk about finances, Kimberly says, well, you can't do it like that if you want to be successful. Okay, cool. All right. You the motherfucker that know the finances. Cool, great. I'm talking about cooking, right? I want to bake a fucking cake or some shit, right? And Dominique says, well, you gotta set it at this temperature, and you gotta put this amount of eggs and flour and shit inside this fucking thing, or it's gonna fall, or it's not gonna rise, et cetera, et cetera. So I listen to you. Now, if I'm talking finances, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna know more about fucking finances than me, Kimberly. 9 times out of 10, if I'm talking about cooking, Dominique, you're gonna know more about that than me. So why the fuck would I get mad if you're right all the time? But there are some people in relationships. You guys have been in people, you've been with people that have been wrong in relationships, but trying to be right for the wrong reasons and at the wrong time. Exactly. Crazy. I'm telling you, I've known people, I've even been in relationships where it's just like, well, you think you're always right. Well, my thing about it is prove them wrong. Prove them wrong. Prove that you're right. That's the best way to prove somebody wrong. Prove that you're right. Don't talk me to death. Don't emotionally drain me to death. Prove that you're right. Exactly. Want to be the boss of nothing. Bingo. It costs to be the boss. It costs to be the boss. And it's not always advantageous to motherfucking be the boss. Trust me. It's not always advantageous to be right because people have a level of resentment for people that are right. People have a level of resentment for people that understand how things work. Because when things that come easy to you, shout out to Money Boy Trey in the building. But I want you to think about it. If Money Boy Trey, let's say Money Boy Trey was a great conversationalist. He was a guy that could get online and just everybody was just so captivated because he can articulate anything. It don't matter what he's talking about. Everybody would be in tune and understand from the highest level to the lowest level of what he was fucking saying. Can you imagine me telling Money Boy, hating on Money Boy Trey, telling Money Boy Trey, well, you ain't all that. You think you always right. Well, goddamn, prove him wrong. Raz girl, prove him wrong. A lot of people are in dysfunctional relationships and they are salty at the person that they're with because they are not as good as the person that they're with. But the person that they're with is trying to be patient with them. Hey, I know you're not a supermodel. I know you don't have $100,000 in assets or $20,000 in cash available at all times. I know your credit score is not high. I know you're not the best you can be right now, but it's over. I'm about to piss somebody off. It's okay. You don't have to be the best because I'm patient with you. I want to help build you. I want to help encourage you. If I have to, I want to help coach you. I want to help push you. But what I'm not going to do, I say again, what I'm not going to do is allow someone to think that they know more than me when they don't achieve like me, when they don't have the same energy and motivation like me. Be patient. Your time will come. But we're not going to break up. And your first resort is now you doing the things that you feel like you need to do to be successful. Well, kudos to you. But that doesn't require me to give you closure. That doesn't require me to sit down and give you the standing ovation that you're looking for. I'm just saying. It doesn't require me to do that. And I think a lot of people are unrealistic about their level of closure. A lot of times people leave relationships under the impression that they will always have access to you. They will always have access to you. And then we're not even talking about if you have children. We're going to leave that out the picture right now. That's a whole different conversation. If you just coming in right now, go ahead and hit that like button. Hit the bell for the notifications. Rock with your boy. But this is a serious conversation. A lot of people require closure for unrealistic reasons. And one of those unrealistic reasons is because they want to have access to you or they want to shoot their shot again and say, you know what, I want to be back in your life. Well, my thought process is I don't want that stress in my life no more. I think you better leave. I don't want to deal with those problems no more. I think you better leave. I don't got time to be having them late night arguments. I think you better leave. We ain't on the same sheet of music. My energy don't match your energy. My sex drive don't match your sex drive. My ambition don't match your. I'm about to piss somebody off. We ain't the same. And it's okay that we're not the same because I'm patient. But what I'm not going to do is be a punching bag, verbally or physically. And that's what ladies and gentlemen need to be thinking about. Don't allow yourself to get verbally beat up. Don't allow yourself to get physically beat up. Either that person is on your level or they're not. But here's the thing. Motherfuckers need to learn how to level up. They need to learn how to level up. And if you're the type of person that you've helped your ex level the fuck up, kudos and congratulations. You don't owe them a motherfucking thing. So fuck their closure. Fuck their closure. Oh yeah. I'm just saying. Don't call me talking about, oh, now I'm healthy. Now I'm working out. Now I'm cooking. Now I'm just so positive about life. Man, fuck you. I'm about to piss somebody off. I'm just saying, man, who wants to hear that shit? I mean, I'm not wishing anything bad on you. You know, I'm hoping that you're still getting your rocks off. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping that you're still doing your thing, but I'm just not interested in knowing about it. I'm not interested in indulging or thinking about it because I am still living my best life. I'm still focusing on my ambitions and improving where I need to improve at. Now, here's the thing. Nobody's perfect. It's some shit that happens where no one is perfect. And I think that if you go into a situation saying that you are perfect, you fucked up. Because there's always going to be a shortcomings or a shortfall somewhere. And that's fine. That's fine. But my thought process is, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. But my thought process is that I feel like at some point in time, you got to know when to walk away from a relationship, and you got to make sure that you leave a relationship without burning the bridge. It doesn't require you to burn a bridge. A lot of people said, fuck it, I'm going to walk across this bridge, knock down all the signs, fuck up the road, and I'm going to pour this gasoline. And you don't realize that you fucking up because you set this fucking bridge on fire and you ain't made it across to the other side yet. You didn't make it across to where the grass was greener to see if it was greener on the other side. You burning on the bridge, bitch. Huh? I think you better leave. I'm just saying. You fucked up. Now you screaming and hollering, please, somebody help me. No, burn, bitch. Burn, bitch. That go for you, you, and you. Huh? All three of y'all. I'm just saying, man. Now you want the motherfucker that you supposedly was better than you want them to put the fire out. I'm gonna pour more gas. I'm gonna throw gasoline balloons over there and shit. I'm gonna hit your ass with a gasoline balloon. Goddammit. I'm aiming for the face. I'm trying to fuck your face up. You will never model again, motherfucker. Fuck Instagram models. Goddammit. You gonna have to do all your shit in Clubhouse with your voice. I hope that shit hit you in the throat and fuck up your esophagus. I'm not playing, goddammit. I be tripping. Let me do this real quick. Somebody, everybody keep asking me this. Let me go ahead and drop this real quick for y'all. But here's the thing, man. On a serious note, you know what I'm saying? Closure is important and it's healthy. However, make sure that the person that's seeking closure, they're in a healthy place too. It's not about seeking closure to rub it in your face that they're moved on, that they brought a Jaguar, or that they've goddamn traveled to Dubai, or you know what I'm saying, or married, or it's not about rubbing it in your face how much better they are now. Let me piss somebody off right now, god damn it. Let me tell y'all something, right? Living your best life should be a healthy life. It should promote a healthy lifestyle. And if living your best life is going to your ex to tell your ex what your lifestyle is now, then that means you're not living your best life. If you're still hung up on your ex, if you're still checking for your ex, if you're following them on social media, driving around a house, trying to figure out what friends they or who they dating with, bruh, that is not healthy. So I would advise you guys, if you guys are living your best life, then live your best life for real, in real life. That's real shit. You know what I mean? That's real shit. But a lot of people are seeking closure under forced conditions. And what I mean forced conditions, that means they're trying to force the other person to give them a conversation or give them a sense of awareness or a sense of validation. And my thing about it is, if someone doesn't care to speak to you, or they don't care to be around you, or they don't care to entertain you, then keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. Find healthy ways to promote an outlet. Healthy ways to project yourself and to be noticed in a healthy way. And I think a lot of people don't understand how to be healthy, how to really be healthy, because they have toxic friends, they have toxic personalities, they have toxic family members, they have toxic modes of thinking. Like, it's just a bunch of toxic bullshit. Find people around you that's going to promote you to be successful, to be healthy, to think positive. Now, I'm not saying that we all not indulging in a little ratchetness every now and then. A little ratchetness never hurt nobody. But when you live and breathe ratchetness, when you live and breathe dysfunction, when you live and breathe narcissism, you live and breathe toxic behavior, that's a problem. And I don't think no one should want to give you closure. If anything, I'm going to give your ass distance. I'm going to let you continue to burn the bridges and light yourself on fire. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just saying what I'm going to do. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to end this show. You know what I'm saying? I'm supposed to be on another platform. However, I appreciate you guys for rocking with me. Please hit like. Please subscribe to the Tough Love channel. We're doing some phenomenal things over here. The channel is growing. I'm steadily being hit up in regards to fans react to what's up. I am steadily being, contacted with topics or whatever case may be. I think I need to go live a little bit more often. I'm starting to, people starting to say, well, we know, you need to go live a little bit more often or whatever. And I get that. I get that. Fans react. Somebody says fans react to this is Tommy Sotomayor. What's up, Tommy? But I think that what I'm saying, the channel is growing, doing good, and I'm excited. I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? I really hope that what I'm saying, people see balance over here. I'm really hoping that people are excited to hear what I got to say. Feel free to go through my videos. I don't think it's about really trying to hurt people and bring people down, but really having a tough conversation and really having fun. You know what I'm saying? Really having fun. And I think that we're having fun over here and we're growing and we're building or whatever case may be. If you guys want to reach out to me, feel free. Let me see. Hold on. I think I got my email. I don't have my email. I'll put my email in the chat. If you guys ever want to reach out to me and, have a conversation or whatever case may be, you got anything to ask, then feel free to reach out to me at MarioJ@gmail. So feel free to reach out to me. Oh man, yeah. Hey, listen, bro. I think matter of fact, Tommy, Money Boy Trey is a big fan of yours. He actually let me know what you said in regards to that. So I really appreciate you saying that on your show. He actually sent me a clip of that. So I appreciate that, bro. I think that we kind of got off on the wrong foot because people wanted to draw a wedge between us. However, again, I respect a lot of what you say. I don't agree with everything, but you have definitely a lifetime fan. You know what I'm saying? I have a lot of respect for you, whatever case it be. So if you ever want to talk, man, hit me up or whatever case it be, or if you ever want to jump on or whatever case it be. But it's all love, bro. I'm about to get off of here, y'all. But I appreciate y'all rocking with me. Again, I'm really happy that the channel is growing, and I'm really happy just to be, you know what I'm saying? Just here, you know what I'm saying, and having my voice to be heard. No doubt. That's exactly what he said too, Tommy. That's exactly what he said too. I actually reached out to what's her name? I actually reached out to Shay as well, and just to kind of tell her how I feel or whatever. Right is right and wrong is wrong, and I like to call it down the middle. So hey, bro, hey, and hopefully we can have a conversation, man. You know what I'm saying? Next time you come to Houston or whatever case may be, let me know. We definitely can catch some dinner or some shit and talk and chop it up or whatever case may be. But I'm about to get out of here, man. I appreciate y'all. Hey, Tommy, let me know what you think about the video, bro. And I'm out of here, man. Thank y'all. Peace out.